Hello everyone. Happy Saturday. Welcome to my 33 days of self-mastery. Today we're going to talk about boundaries, and just to understand what we're doing with these 33 days of mastery, if you're just joining, this is about me coming here for 33 days live, and each day we have a particular aspect that you need to master in order to find wholeness and completeness within yourself. So if you're following me, please let me know who you are and where you're tuning in from, and sending everyone so much love and light. And so let's just jump right in, because I think boundaries is like a kind of a hot topic, really, in so many ways. So, one thing about boundaries, a lot of people get it confused with like being closed off, as far as like they get triggered and they're really putting up a wall versus setting a loving boundary. Or people are on the other spectrum, they don't know how to say no and they continually show up, and then they have some form of an expectation that they expect back from somebody, or they get triggered, or it's hitting their buttons because they're wounded and those wounds are being triggered, and now it's taking you into a place of having an expectation on somebody else to fulfill something that you think they should fill for you, because you show up for people and the way you want them to show up for you. And so what that needs to happen here is it's about learning how to show up for yourself the way you want other people to show up for you. And to be able to do that, I think, of course, obviously, learning how to set some boundaries from a sense of not overgiving, not overdoing, and to think about it in harmonic exchange. So look at what you're doing in a way of things you might be showing up for people, for giving them your time, your talent, your, maybe monetary assistance, or even energy. And if you're putting out more than you're receiving, then you're not planting your seeds on fertile ground. Because when you're on fertile ground and you're giving something of yourself and you're planting that seed of energy, that energy should come back to you from I'll give you the ratio. You should put 20% of effort out and receive an 80% return minimum. And if you're not receiving the return in a harmonic exchange, that you're receiving more than you give, then you need to look within yourself and be like, okay, why am I not receiving? Am I not on the right frequency of what it is I desire? Am I not open to receiving? What blocks are preventing me from receiving? And this is where I'm saying a lot of times somebody will put up a brick wall, but think they're setting a boundary. And so it's not your action that counts, it's your energy behind the action. So if you're going into a mode of protection and putting up that wall because you have a fear of getting hurt, or somebody that, is going to take advantage of you, then you're basically, that is showing you your own wound, and that you should be showing up for yourself to begin with. Because number one, you can't give anything to the level they also need necessarily until you can give to yourself first. Then once you're able to show up for yourself in a way that you can speak your truth, you can do it from your heart too. That's another key in this, because when the wounds are there and you might be speaking your truth and you might be showing up and coming at it from, expressing yourself. But when you express yourself, you might be coming at it from a place of you're triggered, or that you're, again, you're wounded and something is bothering you. And so then when you come across with your energy, it's coming across from a way that your energy is putting out a signal that says you expect something back. And anytime you don't give unconditionally, and you show up in a place that you're doing something that you have an expectation that has been loaded and infused within that energy that you're showing up for and doing that, then the boomerang effect back to that says you're not going to receive back what it is you actually desire because you had an expectation. So I'm going to give you an example of this when it comes to that. So if you think about energy and being in somebody's aura, in somebody's space, and if you're very sensitive to that and someone kind of leans into you and comes in and gets in your field, if it's overbearing, if they're pushing you, so resistance equals resistance, okay? So when you're pushing energy and you're resisting it out or you're putting up a wall, then what comes back to you is the equal energy. So if you can do it from a place of grace and you can do it from a place of, I'm going to lean out, I'm going to lean back, I'm going to create space for what I want to show up for me, that invites the energy in. That brings to you what you're desiring and what you're wanting. And you have no expectation around it because you really don't care, honestly. You might, on one sense, care in a fact of, you have caring of feelings, but it's not going to trigger you is kind of the point I mean by that. You have kindness, you care, but it's different that you don't have an expectation or the wound behind it. So I want to read to you from my Oracle deck, Twin Flame Ascension, the Take Me Home deck. They're actually, I told you there was a few of the cards inside of here that represent these aspects that we're talking about. If you're just joining us, we're doing the 33 days of self-mastery, and today happens to be boundaries, and that you need to master this boundary concept and learn to set loving boundaries versus put up brick walls. Because if you put up the wall, you're blocking yourself from receiving, and that is counterproductive to what you're trying to actually accomplish. So anyway, I'm going to read the description for this card. So it says, open your heart and set loving boundaries. It is human nature to guard and protect yourself from being hurt again. But if you carry past pain with you, you will continue to put up a wall that prevents you from experiencing great love. Letting go of fear of being hurt and setting boundaries teaches you to trust the process and open your heart to receive. This card indicates that you need to let go of your stories and cut energetic cords that are attached to judgment, expectation, comparison to others. You may also be placing conditions on those around you by expecting them to fill the void you need to fill from within. Be willing to forgive others who have hurt you. Learn to say no and set loving boundaries. The more aligned you are with your heart, the greater your ability to express yourself from your heart. And then giving your heart a voice allows you to attract abundance and create a life you love. When you feel loved and you show up as love and freely love the world, then what you love is going to come to you. So hi there, Jet. Hello, hello, hello. So true. Yes. So much boundary work. You're not alone, Jet. So many people have boundary work. There's a lot of work anyway, period. And as I said, this is why I'm doing the 33 days of self-mastery. Doing this boundary work is something we have to master to, gain our wholeness, our completeness, our oneness, and feel fulfilled within ourselves to find our own inner wholeness and completeness. So that's why I'm here today. So make sure, if you've not checked out my other days that I've done, go back to either my YouTube or on one of my other social medias, and you will find a video that I've done every day. I think this is day 10 now, and I'm doing 33 days. If you go on my YouTube, you can find it under a playlist that will have all of them in the order that I've been doing them. And speaking of boundaries, if you're needing to kind of come into a place that you're needing to step more into your purpose, and you're needing to basically put on a shield of armor that gives you a sense of positive protection, meaning join forces with people. You're welcome, Jet. Forces with people, like-hearted people that are all on the same pathway to enlightenment, to be way showers, to show up and share their journey with other light workers, and you be able to fulfill that purpose by putting your own pain into a purpose. I've started a Lightworker Academy that I'm teaching people how to step into their purpose, nail their niche, target their tribe with a turnkey operation of the program that I created for 7 years now, that I'm giving people the opportunity for all the resources and tools for you to be able to go into your ability to step into full purpose. And that includes live coaching with me. And that includes also online courses. And it includes a mastery group, Facebook mastermind group, where we're collectively collaborating in such a way we're showing up as a team and unit to say, we are the way showers, and we're going to go out there and show people the way. So that's what I'm doing. If you check in the link in above or below you, or on Instagram, it'll be in my bio, you will find a link to my Lightworker Academy. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great evening, day, night, I guess, depending on where you are. I showed up kind of late today because Julian and I went out and had an amazing day. We did almost 4 miles walking, and I did Surya Namaskar, and we're about to have a great evening. But I wanted to come on here and say hello to you. And I'm working on this as you are with this self-mastery, because as I've told you, if you're following me, for me to show up 33 days in a row live is really putting me to a place of really looking inside and seeing how I can be more of service, and how I can be more vulnerable and open and show up more raw and real. So love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.